Make it stop! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of What Sold on eBay. What is going on here? Yeah, I had two decent, good sales this week that helped out the numbers a wee bit. As you can see, the last 7 days, $1,037 even, which is actually kind of crazy. 31 days, $39.51 and 8 pennies. The last 90 days, $18,319 and 46 cents. Now, I had a lot of people asking questions about this last episode because of the first time in a while that I had flashed it up there. Yes, these are just sales. I mean, as you can see here, this is sales. Majority of my listings, I calculate the shipping into the price and list it as free shipping. You know, so if it's something I would have listed for $15 and shipped for $5, instead of charging $15 plus shipping, I charge $19.99 free ship, you know. So keep that in mind, that a lot of this money is spent on shipping, but at the same time, you know, the buyer is paying for it in a sense. Also, this is before my cost. This is before what I paid for it at the yard sale, thrift store, whatever. And shipping supplies, my time, eBay fees, all that stuff. So unfortunately, no, that's not $1,037 right into my account. Depending on what's selling and stuff, you know, sometimes that might be $800 in profit. Sometimes that might only be $400 or $500 in profit. It just depends on what it is and what I'm selling and what my cost was, obviously, and how much it's costing me to ship it. But anyways, good week, you know, 7 days, $1,000 in sales. I'm not going to complain about that. So let's get right into it. First and foremost here, we have Garfield, Caught in the Act on the Sega Genesis. Actually complete. You got the instruction manual there, still in the box, all that good stuff. And it sold for $19.95 plus shipping on top. Not a bad sale there. Don't remember where I got that or how much I got it for. This was a part of that Wii lot that I told you that I got from my girlfriend's parents. They had a whole bunch of stuff. I forgot I have lighting. Let's be more professional. Yeah, this was a part of that giant console lot that I bought from my girlfriend's parents. So $36.99 for the gun, and there's actually 2 of those guns in here, and the other one I bundled with Cabela's Dangerous Hunts, I believe. So pretty good sale there. It probably cost me $10 or so to ship it. Game Boy Advance SP carrying case here, $9.99 plus shipping. You see these from time to time. Usually at yard sales, people don't want much more, you know, much more than $1. You know, I've picked up these for 25 cents, 50 cents before, and I find them fairly regularly for fairly cheap. And if I can get them cheap enough, I pick them up because they eventually do sell. Not for, you know, crazy amounts of money or anything, but they sell. So $10 plus shipping, not too shabby on a Game Boy Advance SP carrying case. Some Coca-Cola mugs. You know, I pick up mugs fairly often. It's like hats. Mugs and hats are pretty much at every single sale. You know, maybe not every, but, you know, the chances of seeing mugs and hats for me in my area, at least, is much higher than a lot of the other stuff. And, you know, if it's something like Coca-Cola or, you know, a alcohol brand or a sporting team or anything that's a recognizable brand, basically, or if it's just a unique, like I got that one coffee mug that was a donut that has a hole through the middle, which was kind of cool. Any stuff like that, I usually pick up because, again, coffee mugs, everybody has them. There's usually a table full of them, and they have 25 cents a piece on them. So I'll just kind of cherry pick. And especially if there's sets like this. So with Coca-Cola, you know, I knew. In fact, I remember my mom's a huge Coke head, and she had a Coca-Cola dinner table in our kitchen, and it looked just like this. It had the old school diner checkered style or whatever, and she had like a set of matching plates and I think these mugs, and she had like a whole kitchen set of this stuff. So anyways, whenever I saw them, and like I said, there was 4 of them, you know, I probably spent $1 or $2 for the entire 4-cup set. Sold them for $14.99 plus shipping. Not too shabby. Stuff like this, you know, people, you don't want to try to sell a mug for too much, but at the same time, you got to pack it well enough. You know, usually it's going to cost you $6-7 to ship it safely at least. So, then if you want to make any profit on top of that, you basically have to sell a single mug for like $10. And that can kind of be hard for people to like, $10 for one mug. Like, do I really want to? I don't know. But a set for $15 plus shipping again. Anyway, sorry, I just rambled on for way too long about coffee mugs. These Miller High Life hats, I found these at a Walmart. I don't remember where I was. I was in a different city, not my own Walmart, and there was like 30 of these hats just on an aisle by the register, and I think they were $2 or $3 a piece on clearance. And just for brand new Miller High Life, I thought the design was nice and unique, kind of cool. I put the Rainbow Stripes Retro LGBTQ in the title because the only other listing I could find of someone on eBay had them listed as this. So a lot of times I just sell similar and it keeps the same title and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's the intention of them, but obviously there is like, the rainbow effect there and all that. So, but they're pretty cool. And anytime I see, Miller High Life, that's a pretty reputable brand of alcohol. That price for brand new, I think I bought 5 of them. I didn't want to buy them all because I was like, well, I don't know if they'll sell or not. But yeah, I picked up 5. 4 available, 1 sold. $16.50 free shipping, so it probably cost me $4 or $5 to ship it. So I profited, $7 or so on that sale. Not too shabby. I don't think I'll have a problem selling the rest of those. I think they'll sell. So this was another part of that big Wii purchase. This is obviously a Guitar Hero guitar, and I bundled Guitar Hero World Tour with it, and it sold for $49.99 free ship. Now this probably cost $15-20 to ship. I can't remember if this guitar breaks down or not. Some of the Guitar Hero guitars you can like take the neck off, so then obviously I wouldn't have had to ship as long of a box. I think this one didn't though. I don't know. I sold a Rock Band guitar too. Maybe that was the one that didn't break down. I don't know. Anyways, it probably cost me $15-20 to ship it, but still pretty good money there. So the Vault Boy bobblehead. I don't remember. I think I got this for just a couple bucks at a yard sale. Yeah, I think. And I had it listed for really high. When I first looked them up, they looked like really good, like $80 good. And I listed it for $80 and no dice. And I kept looking, and I would look at the sales, the ones that were actually selling, and they were just kind of coming down. I kept readjusting the price. It finally sold for $30 plus shipping. But I still made good profit on it, so I'm happy with that. Share, anytime I see vintage bands, artists, bands, whatever, from 80s, 90s, or before, I pick them up if I can get it at a decent enough price. This is 2003. But as you can see here, if you get these band shirts, people really, really, really like to go back and buy vintage tour shirts. So if you see this stuff at a yard sale, do not pass it up if they have a decent price on it. I probably paid $1 for this or less. And it was her farewell tour 2003. That was another thing. Another reason I think I picked this up is because I noticed it said farewell tour. I don't know if that was actually the last year that she toured. Some bands end up touring again after they do their farewell tour. But I had a good feeling that this might have been her last tour, so it would probably sell. Listed it for $30. That was probably last summer that I listed it, and it sold, free shipping. So good profit there. My shirts usually weigh like 8 ounces or something like that. I just put them in a poly mailer and ship them first class. It probably cost me $3 or $4. So this webcam, I think I paid a guy $5. I was in his garage looking through. He had a whole bunch of stuff, and I was kind of cherry picking some stuff. It was, what did I originally go out to buy? Oh, it was those paint by numbers Christmas sets that you guys remember probably from an episode or 2 ago. I sold a couple of them. I originally was at his house to check those out. This was right whenever the lockdowns and everything started. And I knew that webcams were a hot commodity at the time, even though this one's like dirt old and who knows if it's even, obviously somebody wanted it. But like I said, I think I paid $5 for that, sold it for $20 free ship. So not very much profit there. But, anytime you're making a buy and there's stuff around you that you can throw in, why not? Now this is obviously a very good sale. We got 200 buckaronis out of this. We were at the Salvation Army, and I believe my girlfriend spotted it and looked it up on her phone, and she just, whenever she finds something good, she just shows, she just puts the phone in my face, and I was like, oh, okie dokie. I think I spent $5 on this, $10 at the most. I had to come home and bust it all out and learn how to. It's kind of cool. This like little dollhouse is like this really compact little thing, and it like raises up into this 3-story dollhouse, and all this stuff comes out of doors and hatches, and there's even a swing there on the side, and there's furniture on the inside, and a little TV and all that stuff. This thing's from 1984, and to see it as complete as it was, that's pretty cool. Be on the lookout, Bolo. If you see these little figures down here, these little dolls, whatever these are, they're like jewels that turn into dolls or something. I don't know. I was looking these up, and they go for $20-$30 a piece. So if you're ever digging through, a tote full of toys at a yard sale and you see one of these little guys, obviously pick them up because they probably don't know what they have. And yeah, but the whole dollhouse itself still in the box in the condition that it was. $200 free shipping. I probably spent $20 to ship it, so very good sale there. This McDonald's shirt actually just sold like a week ago, and then no one ever paid. Sometimes when I see these employee shirts, I know how it is whenever you get a job at a place like that, like it's like they'll offer you, hey, you can get more uniforms from us, but they're $30, $40 a piece or something like that. And obviously, there's a lot of McDonald's employees out there that want, that might want a work shirt that isn't quite that expensive. And so if they're in good shape, I pick them up. And also, on the same note, if it's something that's like discontinued from like the 80s or 90s that still might be considered acceptable for work attire to whoever the manager might be, imagine if it's like discontinued, but you've got like a McDonald's, you're like a McDonald's manager that's been there for 20 years, and you might just want to wear like an old vintage discontinued work shirt or something. I don't know. I've had good luck selling some of these old McDonald's fast food uniform shirts. So anyways, $20 free ship on that. This was actually another part of the big buy, the Wii games and stuff. Technically, they gave me this giant TV when we went down there for Christmas. And it was like a huge TV, like super heavy, one of the first flat screens, but it was just so old and heavy. And they were like, we don't even know if it works, but if you've got somewhere you can throw it, because I figured, well, I'll throw it in the garage or something, maybe hook up a game console to it or something. We got it home, and it had like a big blue line through the middle. It was just totally trash. So, but I was happy to see that it had a Sony remote with it. And or maybe it didn't even go to that TV. I don't know. It was in the box with all the Wii stuff, and sold it for $20. So anytime you see remotes, especially name brand Sony remotes and stuff like that, if you can get them for a quarter or whatever, just pick them up. A lot of times it's worth the gamble. Mario Kart Wii here, another part of that big Wii buy. $28.99 free ship. Another part of the big Wii buy. K-Byte secure digital 2 gigabyte SD card. $8.99 free ship. I didn't make much on that, but it's something. Burger King Kids Club 1993 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bike pouch fanny pack. I got this at a yard sale, I believe, for like a quarter. Actually, I think this is one of those weird sales where they were like, I'll take a dime, and I was like, really? I don't even know if I have a dime, But yeah, $7.99 plus shipping. I had that listed for about a year, but it finally sold. I just thought it was cool. Anything vintage, it's a Burger King thing. That's what it is. Yeah. Burger King Kids Club. So you probably got that, with like a kid's meal or whatever. But anything vintage Ninja Turtles, I always pick it up if it's cheap enough. Destiny 2 on PC, Steelbook Plus Expansion Pass, limited edition. This actually went out to a viewer. This went to Tristan. Tristan said, hey, Hova, always excited to watch the What Sold on eBay Last Week videos. Keep up the great work. Well, welcome to the episode, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. He actually got this and the pink Wii remote and nunchuck, which was, again, a part of that big Wii console purchase. So thank you very much, Tristan. I appreciate the support. And thanks for watching. This actually just came, if you guys remember Hyperscape. I couldn't think of the name of the game for a second. Ubisoft's new Battle Royale game. They sent me a care package, and I already actually have this exact pair of headphones, not to mention countless other. I was sponsored by Corsair for a while, So they would just ship me Corsair stuff like constantly. And so I've got a pretty good stash of headphones and stuff like that. And I gave most of it away already, to be honest. But when I saw headphones, as much as I appreciated it, I don't need them. So I went ahead and listed them on eBay. And I got $129.99 out of a free ship. So thank you very much to Ubisoft. I appreciate the little tip on that. Also, by the way, Hyperscape is a great game. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's a really fun 3-man battle royale with some new concepts on the genre. It's a very good game. I much enjoy it. This is I don't remember where this came from. It was actually like sitting in a pile next to my photo booth of like stuff that I was just cleaning up a pile, and I found these and I almost tossed it in the trash, and then I realized that there was a disc inside, as you can see here. These TI Inspire manuals, which is a Texas Instruments calculator. Everybody knows the Texas Instrument calculators are worth quite a bit, but I looked up this instruction manual and the software, and it was kind of hard to research. There was some software sales and stuff, but not very many. And I think I saw one sell for like 35, and then some others were only selling for like $10. So I was like, I don't know. So I just listed it for $25 to see what would happen, and it sold like within 24 hours, I believe. So happy with that. Again, it was about to go in the trash, and I was like, well, I'll put it up and see what happens. It got $25. So actually, I don't think this one. I think this one's. I think whenever I was researching this one, this Red Man Chewing Tobacco, home of America's best chew. I believe this was a more modern one. That's why I didn't list it for very much. I bought a whole bunch of belt buckles. Not a whole bunch. I think it was like 7 at a yard sale for like $1 a piece. That's the cheapest I've ever seen belt buckles, and some of them were actually pretty cool vintage ones. But yeah, $12.99 out of this one. It's like the worst one out of the ones I got, but it sold. So these CBS sports hats, I don't remember where I got these, but it was like new old stock. Yeah, I've already sold 2. I have 1 left. They're brand new. They still have like the cardboard in them and stuff. I think these are the ones that like the CBS sports team wears at like golf tournaments or something. I'm not 100% sure. I think I got them on Facebook. I paid a little bit more than what I wanted, like maybe $3 or $4 a piece, something like that. But I'm selling them for $15 a pop, free shipping, and I've already sold 2 of them. So only 1 left on that. This My Child doll, this was like one of the first yard sales that we were able to hit this year once it warmed back up. There was only like 2 or 3 sales that day, and this was the first sale we ran up to, and I want to say she had 2 of these, one with the plastic knot on the front and this one, and I think she had like $40 a piece on them, and I asked, and I did not expect her to accept. I expected, a lot of times I throw a low ball out there just to see if they're firm on the price and hopefully meet somewhere in the middle. Usually that's what happened. So I said, would you do $40 for both? As you can see, these are from 1985. So to see it still in the plastic in the box, I was like, well, there's some potential here, obviously. So anyway, she had $40 a piece on them. I asked if she would do 40 for both, and much to my surprise, she was just like, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. So I believe what I paid was $20 for this doll, and it sold for $200 plus shipping. I actually was in the swimming. I had to clean the swimming pool yesterday. It was pretty nasty. It took me like an hour to clean it. So I cleaned the pool, then I mowed the backyard, and then my reward to myself, it was like one of those days where the heat index was like 107. Jumped right in that pool. Felt so good. I was swimming, and I heard my phone go off and checked it, and it was this. And what a great feeling. That's one of the great things about selling on eBay. It's not passive income, but there are those moments where you're like literally chilling in the pool and you hear the cha-ching, and you look and you're like, I just made $200. I mean, obviously not a full $200 after all my fees and stuff like that, but still pretty cool. So I was very happy with that, obviously. And I've got another one. So this one had like 36 watchers. It was my most watched item. And I kept sending out offers on it. I would get, I wouldn't check it for a while, and then I'd get on and check. You can go to your active listings and filter by most watched items. And every time I checked, there'd be 4 or 5 new watchers on this thing, and I would send out an offer. I sent out probably 10 offers to multiple groups of people for this exact doll for $175. No one took it. No one took it. No one took it. And I would have been happy if it sold for $175. And I'm kind of glad no one did, because eventually it just goes to show, I've watched some other eBay YouTubers and stuff, and they always say, like, you'll find the right buyer. Don't rush things. But everybody's got their own strategy on eBay. Some people just want to like turn stuff over as fast as possible. Some people let it sit and try to get the most out of it as they possibly can. I'm kind of in between. I just kind of play it by ear. I've got the space. I don't know, but she sold for $200. So glad no one took that offer. The first diecast car of the diecast car lot. If you guys have not seen this video, it's up on my channel. I spent $600 on an entire collection of diecast cars. The good ones, Danbury Mint, Franklin Mint. What's the other one? I can't think of it right now. But a huge collection of diecast cars in really good shape. Paid about $15 a car once the whole deal was said and done. And I still don't know what to think about this deal. We're going to see, because for this one, on this one, for instance, I'm into it for $15. It cost me $10 to ship, so that's $25 right there. And, and then eBay's fees going to be like $4 between PayPal. So I gave this one away, right? Not including my time and the shipping supplies. But this is like the lowest priced one I think I've listed so far. Some of them are, not so hot, but I have some of them listed at 80, 90. I think the most I have one listed at is like 120. I think I have like 2 of them listed for 120. So on those I'm going to do really well. My cost into it is $15. Well, 25. We'll say my cost per car after fees and everything is $30 ish. So on those cars I'm going to do pretty good. But on these, I literally gave this one away, technically, if you think about it. So we'll see once everything's said and done. I think I've got about half of them listed. I try to pull out, a handful of them every day and get some listed. And some of them I'm looking up and I'm like, man, these are too low. What did I do? And then some of them I look up and I'm like, okay, this one I'm going to make some profit on. So we'll see once it's all said and done and all like 30 cars or however many. I think it was like 35 actually. It was a lot of cars. We'll see once it's all said and done. This one I gave away. If you guys are interested in good quality Franklin Mint, Danbury Mint, diecast scale model cars, definitely check out my eBay right now. I've got a lot of them listed and a lot more coming. So that reminds me, by the way, I still have people that, hey, if you ever get this, like, hit me up. I can't like keep track of Jim, Tom, Billy, Bob, and all these other people asking me in the comments like, hey, if you ever see this NASCAR driver, or if you ever see this golf club, or if you ever see this video game, I can't keep track of that stuff and contact you individually once I do find it and list it, if I ever do. Obviously, click my eBay link in the description right now and save seller. It's save seller, follow seller. It's basically the follow, the subscribe, whatever you want to call it. There's like a little heart. If you're logged in, if you have an eBay account and you hit that, you will get a weekly email that just says like, Hova Flips has listed these new items. And you can click on that. You'll see everything that I listed for the week. Aside from that, you can click on see other or sellers other items or something like that. Once you click there, anything you type into the search bar doesn't search all of eBay. It searches all of my listings. So if you want to see anything Mario related I have, or anything Star Wars related I have, and a lot of that stuff I have, like if you search Mario, there's probably a dozen different items. If you search Star Wars, there's probably a dozen or more items in there, so anything that you're interested in or you want to keep a track on, make sure you're following me on eBay and use that search feature anytime you're curious. Birthdays come around, Christmas come around, Mother's Day, Father's Day. I've got stuff for you. I've got stuff for everybody in the family. All right, I'm gonna stop advertising myself. Seriously, go buy my shit though. I love you guys. And for the last sale here of this episode, we have Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation on PS1. I picked this up at a yard sale. It was an instruction manual and a disc. And then it was another game for PS1. And I think I gave like 50 cents for both the games and the instruction manual because they were just kind of like loose on a table. I could tell that, I don't even know if they played games. I don't know why they had them. It was kind of one of those like misplaced items, and I knew they wouldn't want much for it, so that's what I offered, and that's what I got it for. And then this is why I pick up empty CD cases and empty DVD cases at yard sales whenever I see them for a little bit of nothing, or a lot of times people don't even want anything for them because they're empty. But in my case, whenever I come along, just a disc and an instruction manual, I can throw it in a CD case, and then it, you know, basically is a brand new PS1 game at that point. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's it, guys. That's the week, $1,000 sales week. Pretty happy with that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos. And don't forget to click my eBay links in the description. On the Hova Games account, I'm actually running a 30% off sale right now for another week or so, I believe. I'm trying to get rid of all the inventory on that account and focus more on one account. So running a flash sale, huge sale, everything, literally everything on that store, 30% off. So go over there, check out all my listings, pick up some stuff if you see anything you like. And again, make sure you follow me on both accounts. You'll get a weekly email. It's not super spammy. It's not like every time I make a listing or something like that, you're going to get a push notification on your phone. It's just literally every week you'll get an email and it'll say, here's what Hova Flips is listed over the last 7 days. So yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.